my Jumpstart friends, it is Miss Sophia, and today we are reading Raccoon on His Own. You are going to read this with Miss Rebecca in just a little bit. Friends, before we move into our normal Jumpstart session, we have a fun new thing that we are going to talk about. So we have 4 more Jumpstart sessions after this one. So once all 4 of our flowers bloom, we know we are done with Jumpstart for this year. So friends, once we see 4 flowers in our Jumpstart garden, we will know that we are all done with Jumpstart. So we will come back to this at the end of the session today, friends, but we need to make sure we have all 4 of our flowers by the end of Jumpstart. So before we dive into our session, we need to make sure that we are going over our expectations. I know and you know, before we start Jumpstart, we have to make sure we are doing the following things to make sure everything goes fun and smoothly. So we have to make sure we keep our hands to ourselves, use inside voices if we are talking to Miss Sophia or anybody else during Jumpstart. We have to make sure we use our walking feet if we have to go anywhere, make good choices, respect everyone that we are with, and most importantly, Miss Sophia's favorite is to make sure that we still have fun with Jumpstart. So friends, you're going to meet with Miss Jennifer, and then you're going to read our brand new book, Raccoon on His Own, with Miss Rebecca. And friends, there is a special guest doing Let's Find Out About It today. I hope you are ready for that as well. So I'll see you guys later.
Hey Jumpstart friends! Today we'll be starting a brand new unit, and this new unit is about shadows and reflections. And today's message is, today we will read about a raccoon who lives in a swamp. So the word swamp means a land with a lot of water, mud, and plants. Have you ever been to a swamp or seen a swamp in person? Okay, I personally haven't been to a swamp before, but I know that swamps form around lakes, rivers, and streams. Swamps are also covered with trees and plants. Alligators, frogs, raccoons, and many other animals live in swamps. So let's take a look at a new book in this unit called Raccoon on His Own. So this is the raccoon that we'll be reading about. Raccoons are furry animals about the size of a small dog with fluffy striped tails and dark patches that look like a mask on their faces. See how the fur on its face is a dark color around its eyes? The raccoon in this story lives in the swamp with other animals like alligators, snakes, and a kind of duck called a merganser, and brightly colored birds called warblers. We'll look for all of those swamp animals and some other ones too while we read today. So now I hope you enjoy reading Raccoon on His Own for the first time with Miss Rebecca. Bye friends!
Hi friends, today we are reading Raccoon on His Own. The author of the story is Jim Arnoldsky, and he is also the illustrator, which means he wrote all the words and drew all the pictures. On the cover, I can see Raccoon alone in a boat. I wonder what he is doing all alone. In the boat, I think his face looks a little worried and nervous. Let's start reading and find out why Raccoon is in the boat all alone. In the dark swamp, a new day dawned like a sleepy eye opening slowly. A small wooden boat floated, nudged against some mud. So on this page, I can see a small wooden boat, and the boat is in the swamp, and a swamp is land with lots of water, mud, and plants. The mud was soft and sandy. A mother raccoon with her young came to dig and search for food. So on this page, I can see Mother Raccoon with her children, and they're getting food. And I can see the wooden boat. Mother found a crunchy crawfish. Two of the young raccoons dug for crawfish near the boat. The third young raccoon was not hungry. He wanted to climb. So I can see that the third raccoon is climbing away, all by himself. The hungry raccoons quickly dug up all the mud around the boat. With no sticky mud to hold it, the boat began to float away. Oh no, I can see Raccoon is floating away all alone in the boat. Let's read on and find out what happens. The raccoon in the boat looked up. A chill ran down his spine. He was drifting in the boat alone. He was on his own for the very first time. Afraid to jump in the dark water, he stared back at the mud bank. The boat silently carried him downstream. I can see Raccoon all alone in the boat, and when a chill ran down his spine, that means he got a little shiver because he was so nervous and scared. The raccoon reached up to grab a sturdy branch and climb out of the moving boat, but the branch was too high. So I can see that Raccoon is trying to get out of the boat, and he's reaching up for the branch, but the branch is too high up and he can't reach it. The boat glided under another branch. The branch was low enough to climb, but the raccoon saw the shape of a long snake draped across the branch, and he ducked down. So I can see that Raccoon is stuck in the boat because there's a big snake above him, and he looks a little scared. He crawled to the other end of the boat. Downstream, he saw shadowy shapes of plants and trees sticking up out of the water. The raccoon looked down into the dark stream and saw a raccoon looking back. His reflection kept him company as the boat moved along through air so still, on water so smooth. So I can see that Raccoon is looking down at his reflection, and his reflection is keeping him company. As the boat passed through a bunch of water lilies, something huge made a great splash. Friends, what animal do you think made the huge splash? It was a great big alligator that had been hiding under the lily pads. Friends, an alligator is a large reptile that lives in the swamp, and I can see that Raccoon looks a little scared to see an alligator. Sweet, sweet, sweet came a sound from above. The raccoon looked up and saw 5 young warblers. Sweet, 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 the birds called down, and the raccoon chirred back. I can see that the raccoon is trying to make friends with the birds so he can get out of the boat. Let's see if the birds help him. 3 tiny turtles swam up to the boat. The raccoon reached into the water to touch one turtle shell, and all 3 scattered away. So the raccoon was trying to get help from the turtles, but the turtles swam away, so they could not help Raccoon. A mother merganser paddled by, leading her 9 little ducklings. The raccoon watched the ducklings swimming close to their mother. I can see that Raccoon looks very sad as he looks at the family. I think he really misses his family. Suddenly, the boat bumped into another mud bank and stopped. The raccoon saw his family coming to meet him. He ran to his mother. Finally, Raccoon has made it back to his family. He looked so excited. And just like that, they were all together again downstream. Finally, Raccoon is back with his family. They are reunited, and they look so, so happy. Now you will go to Let's Find Out About It with Miss Tony.